Well, hey there. This tutorial is going to show you a basic run through of this project using physics as an example. So first of all, you're going to want to log in to your Weebly account and you're going to want to go to your edit mode. Once you are in the edit mode, it's going to be important to actually go to the class that you're thinking about starting with. And so for this example, I said physics. So I can scroll over ninth grade and click on physics to go to that page. Or I might need to go to my pages tab and actually add a physics page. Or I can click on it here, scroll down to save and edit, and you will see that we are now looking at a physics page, which I think needs refinement. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to scroll over that header and click on edit image. That way I can see my size up here, my header size, which is 691 pixels by 160 pixels. So I go into Photoshop, pull this down so I can see that header size, go File, New, and I want to change my width to what my width is on Weebly, 691 pixels by 160 pixels. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 180 resolution. And because I might be working on multiple headers at once, I'm going to go ahead and name this physics and click OK. And then I immediately need to Command plus to zoom in, or Command minus to zoom out. And if you're on a PC, that's just Control. All right, great. So I have a header that is going to actually meet the dimensions of the same shape and size as the physics header on my physics page. So I can actually go ahead and leave Weebly alone, and on a new tab, I'm going to go into Google. And I'm just going to start with the word physics and see what kind of images I get from that. You want to stay away from images that already have the word physics on it. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose. So you could go something with equations, or you could scroll down and you could pick multiple images and put them in there, but I'm going to keep scrolling, and I really like this one. It's already kind of the shape as a rectangle of my banner. I don't know if the whole thing will fit or not, but let's actually go ahead and click on it and click on View Image. And I'm going to go ahead and just drag that to the desktop for now because I'm going to clean it up later. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize the internet. To right click on a Mac, you might need to use a 2-finger click or hold down Control and click. Go ahead and open with Photoshop. And this is where we're going to pull this up. And you'll see our image here as a separate tab from our physics banner. So it looks like we're definitely going to have quite a bit more room once we get that over there, but we can figure that out once we're there. We are going to Control or Command A to select all, the whole entire image. We are going to Command or Control C to copy it. That was just this function right here. And then we're going to go back to the physics banner and we're going to paste it. So Command or Control V. It's important to learn these keyboard commands because they will save you time. Command V, And then I'm going to get the Move tool, which is on the very top of my tool window. If for some reason you ever close this or you can't find your layers window, please go to Window and check that. You can also turn them off here. So if I wanted to turn my layers off, you'll see they're gone. I need those back, so I'm going to go to Window and I'm going to turn them on. All right, great. And I want to make sure that I am on that layer that I just brought in. So I could type image if I wanted to. And just like on the quiz, you're going to do Command or Control T to get that image. And then I can bring it up, bring it over. I could always hold down Shift and enlarge it. And figure out how to use the space that I actually have. And depending on the font that I chose to go along with this would depend on actually where I need to place it. So once you figure that out, and don't worry if the image looks pixelated, once you double click to set that into place, it will actually render and take the time to clear up for you. So here's where you would have already needed to have downloaded the fonts, which I did download, and I actually forget the name of it, so I could go to my font book, or on a PC, you'd have to look this up in the folder that you saved it to, or you extracted the files to, but on a Mac, it organizes it for us and does it all in our little font book. Alien Fur was the one that I just downloaded. And so now looking at that, I'm not actually quite sure that this is exactly harmonious with the image I chose. So I may need to rethink that. But we can go ahead and try it out. So clicking on the text tool, which will eventually create its own layer, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to look for that font Alien Fur Regular. I have it. I have it at 150, which could be too big. By the size of this cursor, I would say I need to bring that down to at least 72. Looks like even smaller. Let's see what 30 gives us. And I'm simply going to type physics. When I move my cursor away from the word, I actually get a symbol that looks very similar to the Move tool, which allows me to move my text while I'm on the Move tool. And I can kind of play around again with that to see the spacing that I want. Maybe that fits perfectly there. So I could click on my background to see what that would look like when it's finished. When you do get a font that is harmonious with its background, you are going to want to go ahead and do a file, save as, and you're going to want to call it physics header, and you need to change that from a Photoshop format to a JPEG so that Weebly will allow you to upload it. And I don't actually want to save it in my Art Element and Principal quiz. So if I need to add more options, I need to actually go to this drop-down window. And inside my digital art folder, I'm going to need to create a new folder. And I'm going to call this Headers Project, just to stay organized. Inside the Headers project, I'll go ahead and save that. That's basically so I know where to find it later. I'm still not sold on the harmony between these, but for the sake of this tutorial, I want to show you now how to upload that. I'm going to go back to Weebly, and I do need to be in the edit mode. I'm going to click on Edit Image, but instead of just looking for the size, I'm actually going to add an image this time. And I want to actually upload it from my computer, and this is why we save things in a specific place. I'm going to go to Digital Art folder, And I'm going to go to the headers project, and now I can find my physics header. And I'm going to go ahead, open it, wait till it's done uploading, and you will see that that header actually fits that space perfectly. If there's text there from before, you're going to need to click on that and actually delete it. You don't need to say it twice. And then when you save, make sure you save to this page only. If you accidentally save to this, you're going to have quite a bit of work ahead of you on redistributing the appropriate banners. So make sure that you check save to this page only. Save. And it should load exactly as you had it back here in Photoshop. That is the basics of what we're doing. You may need to bring in multiple pictures if you can't figure out how to get this image to fit in here. There's many solutions to figuring that out, but this is the basic way to go ahead and get started on making banners from scratch for your Weebly websites. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am here to support you and help you figure out creative solutions.